Yo, what's up, y'all? This Philosophical from the Let's Rock podcast, and this is your Freedom Friday. What's been on my mind this week is that I want to speak on why are men walking away from women? What brought me to this discussion is the fact that I've been doing a lot of research on this, right? And this is just basically my opinion. And what I'm seeing is the fact that there are two dynamics here, right? So you got one perspective of women want to be loved. Men want to be felt powerful. Now, today, the roles have reversed. Men want to be loved. Women want to be felt powerful, right? So it's almost like dating, relationships, even marriage has become some sort of a negotiation deal. Well, I'll love you to this extent if you give me this in return, right? So there's almost like there's a limit to someone's love, but there's a limitation to the how powerful that person can become or wants to become, right? So men are walking away from women. Why? Let's speak on that. And I'll get on to the fellas in a second. A lot of times, these independent women, modern women, right, that want to pursue a career, that are ambitious, that are goal driven, results driven, there's nothing wrong with that at all. The problem is it gets to a point where sometimes the higher you get career wise, the more powerful potentially you can become. And what does that do? That takes the love out of the situation. That takes the love out of the equation. Men need women to love, right? Women need men to be powerful. But nowadays, men want to make the woman feel powerful, or they want the women to make them feel powerful in retrospect. Men want to be coddled. Men want to be nurtured. Men want to. Some men out here want to be told they look good, they dress well, how to dress. But see, there's nothing wrong with those things, right? The real problem is that we as men, we're not stepping up to a point where we're already powerful. We already have the career. We already have the home. We already have the nice car. The other issue is that women want to be loved, not necessarily organically anymore or naturally. They want to be loved to a point where it's like it's beneficial. It's quote unquote security to where you're taking care of me financially. But why? Because men are encouraging that. Men are buying women's love. That's the problem. Men are buying women's love. And women, and I'm sorry to say this, are taking advantage of it to a point where it's like every mistake a man can make, a man has to pay for that. Purses, houses, nice things, nice cars. And the more the man does that, the more power a man loses. When a man loses power, he loses confidence. When a man loses confidence, he loses a sense of himself. So, what does a man do in response to that? They rely on women to tell them how to be a man. And when women have to do that, it takes the love out of it, it takes the support out of it, it takes the encouragement out of it. So men are walking away from women's because they're becoming so powerful that they're forgetting how to love a man. Men are losing power because we're giving it to women and expecting the woman to show us on how to be a man. And it also can come from a generational curse of single mothers that have to teach a boy how to be a man. So a man grows up with that environment and then relying on women on how to show them how to be a man. There are men out here who don't know how to approach a woman. There are men out here who don't know how to pursue a woman. There are, and in retrospect, there are men out here who don't know how to pursue a good woman. They're pursuing women, trying to be so powerful, how to teach them on how to be men. Men don't know how to be men. We're losing power every day because we're relying on women to teach us how to be men, do men things, do powerful things, when really it's a man's responsibility. And this is no chauvinist or sexist discussion at all. No. But that's just the way it's been. If women aren't feeling love, they want power. If men aren't getting power, they want love. It's not in a man's DNA to love a woman the way a woman should love a man. Men aren't nurturers. Men aren't here to cater to every woman's little or excessive womanly nurture things. It's just not in a man's DNA. Men are brought to take care of business, but care for women, love for women, provide stability emotionally, physically, mentally. That's the powerful nature of a man. When there's an issue in the house, within there, a man can come to a decision and make it and stand by it. That's the power of a man. But now, men are relying on women to make these decisions and love and take care of the household and have a good job and provide financially. So now what happens is men are saying, hey, I want to feel powerful and feel love. But now you're pursuing women who can't provide that. And now you're blaming all women for it. Why? Right? So men are walking away from relationships, walking away from dating, and just hooking up with women that don't have to give that attachment because they're giving up. We're giving up our power to the wrong women because we're relying on women to teach us on how to be a man. And there are some men out there that's saying, no, I'm not doing that. And they choose to be by themselves. They choose to distance themselves from women like this, modern women, independent women, to the fact that I'm not losing my power. Some men feel dating a woman, period, is vulnerable to the fact that they could potentially lose their power because they're giving up their power to women that don't know how to love. Women are becoming more powerful because they are choosing men that don't deserve their love. And if you go through this enough times, you have bad relationships. You have toxic relationships, toxic masculinity, women acting like men, men acting like women. And that's the issue. That's the problem. Men are losing power. Women are choosing not to love anymore. And they're choosing career. They're choosing the modernization of real things over loving a man because women can't trust a man to be powerful and take care of the business in the house. Why? Because men aren't powerful enough today to make the right decisions. So what are men doing? They're walking away from women. And what are women doing? They're becoming more powerful. That's why there's such a power struggle. That's why there's such a disdain, disgusted taste for gender roles. Because women don't want to love anymore. They don't want to submit. Men don't want to be as powerful and make the decisions anymore in the household like they should. Women respect powerful men to an extent. Men expect women to love to an extent. The problem is women don't want to love. In retrospect, men don't want to be powerful anymore. I just giving you guys the blueprint on this. Men, you got to be able to step up and understand that power comes from you to make the decisions and stand by it. And if you're comfortable with those decisions that you're making, you don't have to feel questioned or feel like you didn't make the right decision. Stand by it. Women, it's got to come to a point where you got to trust a man to be powerful, trust a man to make a decision, and trust a man to love him. In retrospect, your love will translate into him being that better man you need him to be by not telling him or showing him or dictating it to him on how to be that man, but trust. I have nothing against a woman having her own career, being having goals, having results, wanting things. That's cool and good. But learn to love. Be open. Men, make decisions and be powerful and stick to those decisions. And there's always been this thing where if you feel that these alpha men, and I stand by that, making good decisions, you feel comfortable as a man, you feel confident as a man, and you have a partner that is not agreeing with that and not showing you the love that you feel you deserve, you've got to stand by the decision and potentially walk away. Ladies, women, my sisters, if you feel like you have to constantly you're attracting the wrong type of man that isn't powerful enough to make life-changing decisions, not only life-changing decisions, but internal decisions and decisions about his life. It's okay to step away, walk away, but stand by it. Stop wasting time. Stop loving the wrong men. Men, stop putting your power and becoming powerless with the wrong women who can't treat you and love you like you need to be. Free yourself from all this notion. The modern women versus the alpha men. It comes down to love and trust. And if you're not doing that, what's the point? If you're constantly fighting, it's a battle between love, trust, and power. That's just the way it is. Love each other. Love, love, love. Fellas, make the decision, stick by it. All right. I appreciate y'all. Philosophical from the Let's Rock podcast. Make sure you guys follow us on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. Love your feedback on this. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I'm out. Peace.